Time swallows everything. Our best intentions, our memories, our very lives. Prayers and remembrance are a powerful way of reclaiming the minutes before they slip away. The early Christian churches divided the liturgy of the hours into various public prayers. The day's devotions were at set times with names like Matins, Vespers, and Compline. The Christian Calendar Project aims to lend a structure to our daily devotions and activities by echoing the patterns set forth in the Genesis days of creation. Prayer and meditation are a way of dropping markers across the hours of a day, like a trail of breadcrumbs left on a forest trail. The 7-day week should follow the sequence of creation set out in the opening lines of the Bible. This unfolding of creation sets a pattern for the week and provides a theme for each day. The day of light, the day of heaven, the day of earth, the day of days, the day of creatures, the day of man, the day of rest. Each day's entries can be used to record meditations, scriptural citations, and regular scheduled events. This presentation will show how the calendar can be used as a daily journal. It is not a coincidence that weeks have 7 of our days, and that God created the universe in 7 of His days. We repeat this vast unfolding at our own human scale in the measures of time we call weeks. Each page covers 1 week. The first step to begin your journal is to fill in the dates for the current week and year you wish to record in the lower left-hand corner of the week's page. The 7 days are arranged in vertical columns with the Genesis names shown at the top of each column, shown here above the red bracket. To help remember what the creation days are, each day has its own symbol, which is repeated in each column throughout the day. The day columns and symbols follow the order of creation. Monday corresponds to the day of light, shown with a disk shining with rays. Tuesday to the day of heaven, shown with a star. Wednesday to the day of earth, shown with a tree growing from a hilltop. Thursday to the day of days, shown with the number 7. Friday to the day of creatures, shown with a whale swimming in the sea. Saturday to the day of man, shown with a man. And Sunday to the day of rest, shown with a cross. The vertical column under each day, shown here in the red bracket, is where meditations, scriptural verses, and appointments can be recorded, each reflecting the Genesis creation theme for that day. More than merely a planning for a day's activities, this journal will blend everyday events with the creation steps hinted at in the biblical unfolding of creation. Create your own day. Starting with the day of light, pagan name Monday, if you wish, note a verse of your choice to set the theme for the day. The vertical column represents a day with spaces for recording thoughts or times for appointments. Mingle the day's tasks with reminders to reflect light, even if only with a simple smile for everyone you meet. On the day of heaven, pagan name Tuesday, if you wish, note a verse of your choice to set the theme for the day. Mix the day's usual tasks with reminders to reflect heaven. Carefully mind what words come out of your mouth throughout the day. Mirror a heavenly discourse on earth, no matter what aggravations you encounter. Control your day. On the day of earth, pagan name Wednesday, if you wish, note a verse of your choice to set the theme for the day. Honor the earth. Get outdoors if you can. Be mindful that the earth was created after heaven, and this is only a staging ground, lower than heaven, 1 step on Jacob's ladder. Ultimately, our performance here determines a fate in the next world. Make the resolution to keep the day in humility and expectation. On the day of days, pagan name Thursday, if you wish, note a verse of your choice to set the theme for the day. Time itself was created when God created days. We easily lose ourselves in the events of any week. The passage of time can swallow our best intentions. As St. Augustine said in his Confessions, "But I have been severed amid times whose order I know not, and my thoughts, even the inmost bowels of my soul, are rent and mangled with tumultuous varieties, until I flow together into thee, purified and molten by the fire of thy love." This tool is meant to help lay down a plan and a record for reclaiming faith in the face of life's chaos. As Augustine observed, the opposite of remembering is the dismemberment of our souls over time. It's the measure of our lives and our experiences in this world. As you spend your time, of what actions would you be proud? Make use of every minute, remembering that we know not when our time, or the time of our loved ones, may end. On the Day of Creatures, pagan name Friday, if you wish, note a verse of your choice to set the theme for the day. Mix the day's usual tasks with reminders to reflect that on the Day of Creatures, the cycle of life was set into motion. You breathe and share the air with a vast number of species across the planet. Consider the wide panorama of creatures that God revealed to Adam. All living creatures are connected in some way. Show kindness to all God's creatures. If you wish, on the Day of Man, pagan name Saturday, note a scriptural verse of your choice to set the theme for the day. Mix the day's usual tasks with reminders that on the Day of Man, all the people around you, family, friends, colleagues, strangers, were all created by God and all have a place in your day. Each day is a test. To master our tempers requires great presence in the moment, especially when dealing with difficult people. Master the day. On the Day of Rest, pagan name Sunday, if you wish, note a verse of your choice to set the theme for the day. Mix the day's usual tasks with an effort to mentally and emotionally rest. Remember, your internal state on this day caps the ending week and sets the tone for the next cycle, beginning with your work week. On this day, the Day of Rest, go back over the previous 6 days' journal and think on what went well and what did not. The 7 Genesis Day symbols form a repeating pattern within the cross. The image for each day provides a visual cue to help remember the Genesis Day names in the transition from the all-too-familiar pagan names to the corresponding biblical ones. It's not always easy remembering new names in the place of familiar ones, especially 7 new names. Use the symbol for each new day to help fix in your mind the Genesis Day and launch a new way of traveling through your week.